this was a terrible endorsement.
How you guys doing? I'm nervous. I'm excited. What's up, y'all? One second, guys. 1 second. I need patience over here. Patience, where are you, girl? Thank you. All right. Vice President Kamala Harris, thank you for having me. I do not take lightly the call to show up, the call to speak up, the call to deliver a message that's been on my heart for a hot minute now.
Look, I'm not mad at Cardi B for endorsing Kamala Harris because listen, Cardi B is getting paid to be Cardi B. Mm-hmm. Like what we saw up there, I mean that's Cardi B in a nutshell. Mm-hmm. I mean it is what it is. So I'm not mad at her. What I am mad at is Kamala Harris's publicist team or media team or whatever. They have I've probably seen the worst ads I've ever seen in my entire life from her campaign. Absolutely. Which is so crazy because she's running against Donald Trump. And Donald Trump says the most craziest things, but his ads are just like, they're decent. They're fine. They're decent, which is crazy. Isn't it crazy? But like Kamala Harris, who's like the polar opposite of Donald Trump, her ads are just like the cringiest things in the world. Her endorsements are the cringiest things in the world. Yeah. Like Cardi B's presentation is like, it's like a high school like book report that you got to read off in class. That's what it felt like. Like you're reading this like report that you don't give an F about, and you're like forced to care, and you're like looking up every couple of seconds and seeing if anyone's laughing at you because you know you're looking around your class. That's what it came off as.
Yeah, it was pretty.
It's bad.
It was. You made some good points. I'm gonna go from this angle. Why do we as Americans put so much value into what celebrities have to say? I mean, so Cardi B, who I like, by the way, I like Cardi B.
Yeah, I like Cardi B.
We like Cardi B, okay? So this is no shade at her, right? Like you said, she's getting paid, so.
Don't sue us.
Well, I mean, I really do like her, so we're not just saying that because, right? But she comes out in support of Kamala, and somehow blindly because of that, people are supposed to now vote for Kamala because of that. I understand the idea of getting the attention of a certain group of people based or using the celebrity that they follow. But I would just hope that these people would then go and do their research to determine whether or not they actually want to vote for that person because they agree with their values or what they're proposing to do in office. But to me, it's like a bunch of sheep following their favorite celebrity to do whatever they tell them to do. And I think that's just very is that where we're at now? Like,
yeah, but it's like on top of it, you're getting someone who knows less about the policies than the average person, and they're trying to educate us on it, and it's like they know less than us about it. So it's just it's a mess.
Well, see, that's the thing too, because you just said that's why my point is like, okay, fair. Let's say that they don't know about the policies, right?
Yeah.
You mean Cardi B in this example?
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, let's say Cardi B doesn't know what the policy is, no problem. Kamala's campaign is using her strictly to get her base of people to come look at Kamala. Cool. Now it's up to that base to go and do their research, not just blindly follow Cardi B because she says I endorse Kamala. That's what I personally think.
No, listen, I think everybody should do the research before they endorse a candidate or even decide who they decide to vote for. It's just that I know that most people won't do it.
Right, no,
most people only pay attention during like the last 3 months of the election season, and then they do it. And of course, you have like the hard liberal Democrat, the hard Republicans that follow it like every day, and they would inform even if you don't want to know, they're gonna let you know. Mm-hmm. But most people, you know, they don't know what's going on. And this surely is not helping.
It's not. And look, we're not endorsing either side because let's be honest, we made a video that we're going to drop about that comedian that was at the Trump rally saying some stupid stuff, stupid jokes, right? So both sides have had their gaffes, but I will say this about Kamala's side. This is not the first time there's been a teleprompter issue.
Oh, yeah.
Kamala even had it happen to her where she was up there like shuffling and stumbling because she couldn't remember. Listen. Call me whatever you want to call me, but I think that if you're going to be the leader of the free world, you should have some ability to roll with the punches, go with the flow, speak off the cuff.
Yeah.
Like, not freeze up. Like, how do you...
Like, because here's the thing. Do most politicians use a teleprompter? Yes. Yeah. So that's not only a Kamala Harris thing. It's just the fact that, like, it's just so bad. It's like she needs it.
Yeah.
She's awful without it. Like,
Bro, it's not. So, like, for example, too, I think as a leader, and maybe again, if I'm wrong, you think differently, let us know in the comments. I think you should have some ability to be a storyteller. I think, anyway. So let's say that the teleprompter stops working and there was some specific thing you were supposed to talk about that you're not well educated on or versed on. At least fill the void with telling a story. Like, Trump can make you laugh. Again, I'm not saying I'm endorsing. I'm just saying the obvious. He could tell a story. Sometimes he said some crazy stuff, but Kamala was just like frozen, or she kept repeating. I forgot what she kept repeating. Yeah, guys, or something like that. I'm like, this is just embarrassing. So.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I mean, because here's the thing. Listen, not everybody is a great speaker. Because, like, look at Elon Musk. Elon Musk isn't the best public speaker.
He's not.
But he's so intelligent, it doesn't matter. So, this man out here building rockets that don't explode.
He literally is building rockets. That's interesting.
So, I mean, you just got to make up for it in some other category. Exactly. So, if you can't read off a teleprompter, that's absolutely fine. Or if it messes up and you don't know how to catch your breath, that's fine. But you just you have to excel in something. You have to be so good at something to the point where people are just kind of like, all right, whatever.
Pass. Yeah. Whatever.
Because, listen, we're not saying Trump is perfect either. Trump has a lot of problems, and we all know this. But the one thing that we can say about Trump is that that's his skill. And I think that's the thing that has saved Trump in this entire election is Trump's mouthpiece. And the way that he can relate to people. Yeah. That's his, like, saving grace. Yeah. Because the rest of the stuff that Trump be saying, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I agree with that. But his saving grace is his mouth, is his mouthpiece, and that's what really gets people inspired, gets people going, makes people want to vote. So my thing to Kamala Harris in these last closing days, well, I mean, depending on when we upload this video, you guys know how we are. I'm just saying. So, like, the thing I would say to Kamala Harris is just, hey, this is going to be a close game. I don't know what I was about to say.
But pretty much step your game up.
Yeah, step your game up. Just be better at relating to people. Yeah. I think the more that you try to act like you're part of that group, the worse it's gonna get. So to her, the best thing to do is just be honest. Just be honest. Be yourself. Say, hey, listen. Yeah. I'm how old is she? Like 50, 60?
She's probably 60.
Okay. I'm a 60-year-old senator. I may not know how things are exactly today, but I know where things should be today.
Dude.
Like,
I like that point.
Yeah, I mean, she could just be, like, she just needs to come off more authentic is what I'll say about Kamala Harris. It's just that the entire time I've seen her, I haven't seen an ad that made me say, like, dang, she's authentic. Like, this is really her. Like, I always feel like I'm talking to a representative. Like, I called in, like, I wanted to reach customer service. I hit the call center, and I didn't talk to anyone that actually worked there. That's what it feels like when I see a Kamala Harris ad or I hear her talk on something. It just doesn't really connect.
That's hitting the nail on the head, actually. Because Trump, whether you like him, hate him, or you're indifferent about him, he is who he is.
Yeah.
And he talks to you as who he is. He's not trying to blow smoke up your ass, right?
Yeah.
But Kamala, it seems as if she is trying to play a character to win over a certain group of people.
Yeah, and it just doesn't really come off as authentic. And it's just, I don't know, because listen, okay, so the other day, I went in there, I was getting a little retwist, and the lady who was retwisting my hair, one of the things that we sometimes talk about is politics. And she's like me. She's independent. But one thing that she did say, and she had me watch the interview with Joe Rogan. I have a lot of hair, guys, so it takes a while for me to get retwisted. So I sat down and I watched the Joe Rogan interview. And one of the main things that she was telling me was that, like, when you hear the way that he's talking to Joe Rogan and he's talking about his experience entering the White House, you feel like you were in the room with him when he's entering the White House and he's talking about how surreal it is. And that's the thing. That's the reason why that interview got millions and millions of views, is that the fact that people can connect with that. And that's the thing about Kamala Harris, is that I don't think that she's a bad person. She obviously has to have some kind of qualifications to even, because what was she? She was like a lawyer or a prosecutor. Yeah. So she's not a dumb person. She's obviously a smart person. There's some part of her at some point in life that people can relate to. It's just that she just hasn't conveyed that to us. Like, I just haven't seen it.
Well, someone made a good point, and I really forgot what podcast I was watching, so I will give you credit, but I can't remember who it was. But they were saying that she wasn't really expecting this. Trump's been preparing for this. She got thrown into this.
That's true.
So I gotta cut her a little bit of slack there.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because Biden been bye-bye for a long time.
Yeah, he fell
been
asleep.
bye-bye.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: how do you? How did she know that she wasn't gonna be repaired? I mean, she wasn't she like vice president next to Biden? Couldn't she see that Biden wasn't gonna make it? I'm sorry. Listen, I saw that a year ago.
They were trying to force Biden through to the finish line. Like, you're in the game and you like hurt yourself and they shoot you up with a whole bunch of medicine to get you through the game.
Yeah,
they're trying to get Biden through, but it just didn't work.
Yeah.
So
that debate had him cooked.
And I don't think she planned on running for president. I don't know.
Okay, so what you're saying is that you think that like they're trying to pump Biden along through to it got to the election. They're trying to get him to win, and then once he wins, he'd be like, yeah, it's the vice president's turn.
Actually, no, that should bring it up. That's a good question because if it had been Biden and he had won, he wouldn't have made it. So that means Kamala would have. He would. I mean, let's be honest. Everybody, listen. No matter what side you're on, he was not going to make it. We all know this.
Listen, if you think Biden was in his right mind, you are probably out of your mind.
Absolutely. Come on. You have to be rational about that. He was gone. All right.
Yeah, he was.
Anyway, let's not go into Biden. He was lost. He was drooling on stage. He's done.
He was frozen on stage.
He was doing a lot.
Without the internet actually being frozen.
Yeah. You can see the buffer next to his head.
Ooh.
But
it's more like his eyes who just.
Now I'm thinking about it. Kamala would have been the person that stepped in anyways.
Yeah.
So I guess she should have been prepared.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, well, why haven't you
Yeah.
I don't know. Ultimately, guys, I'm going to say that. I'm gonna say Cardi B made a good decision because she got paid, and she just literally just read off a script. Because I mean that's what it is, it's a script. But I'm saying that Kamala Harris media team made a terrible decision. They need to be fired immediately.
They really do.
And never be rehired.
They made a lot of bad. You're right. None of these. The Taraji P. Henson bad was terrible. The I'm a Man.
Oh, that was the worst one. That was offensive. I was mad when I watched that.
That was almost like a sketch comedy.
That was a sketch comedy.
Yeah, it was bad.
Along with this is bad.
It's bad. It's all bad. But her team, that is. Anyways, for Cardi B's decision, I'll say that it was a good decision. Like you said, she got paid for it.
Yeah. They
had to roll out that phone they handed to her so she could read off. I was like, that's crazy. But
yeah, she's reading that off like she was my grandma. I was like, bro.
But hey, like I said, both sides had their gaffes. So good decision, Cardi B. And yeah.
All right, guys. So decision makers, if you think Cardi B made a good decision, leave a comment. If you think she made a bad decision, she did a terrible job, leave a comment. All right, decision makers, go vote.